It's December the 3rd, Tuesday. It's -1. I hope you guys are all doing well. I had a conversation with somebody today, and I was talking to them about the things that are really going on in the world that most people won't acknowledge, right? The P. Diddy stuff is the tip of the iceberg, and it's not, by no means, that is not to say it's at the tippy top, because it's really not. The way I see it is that there's people on top, in charge, controlling everything. And P. Diddy was just a rapper who, for whatever reason, was chosen to be in charge of gatekeeping the industry door on that side. Right? You are not getting higher up to the industry without approval. Be that whatever it was, all these things that are not new, right? Let's not blame Pete. I mean, the dude did some terrible stuff, and he definitely needs to be blamed for the shit that he did. But let's not pretend that this is new, or that it hasn't happened since the dawn of time, right? If this was a bunch of white men, because it seems to be, from what I can tell, predominantly black women who this was at. That's not to say there wasn't white women. I'm sure that there was, and there's allegedly a lot of speculation between a lot of movie stars, white and black, and all the different colors, and it seems like this is not a race thing. My point is not, it's Black Diddy doing this to black ladies. My point is that this is a slavery issue. They're trafficking. They've changed the word for us. What I can tell, they're treating people like animals, like slaves. And it's regardless of color. It's not a color thing. It's a predatory class thing. And I know a lot about it because I've been talking about, not specifically P. Diddy, but just this practice in general since I first found out about it in 2017. I've been talking to people, and somebody said to me today, I can't know about it because it does bad things to my body, and it's happening since the beginning of time. What can you really do? And to me, and everyone has to, I'm not telling what anybody's right or wrong. For me, some people, they just can't handle it. For me, I need to know what's going on. That's one of the reasons I love Seamus so much, is that him and I are both like, we need to know what's going on. And now I can't stay on the same thing forever, because once I find out the basics, like I was onto the P. Diddy stuff, now I'm like, hey, I got the gist of it, I understand what's going on, right? So then I, through that process, introduced to Ali Carter, and actually before any of it was the Imagination podcast, before any of that was Kathy O'Brien's story back in 2017 when I heard that, and actually before that it was Noreen Gosh's story of her son Johnny Gosh, and then you get into Ted Gunderson, and you get into Paul Bonacci, and then you get into, like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, this is not new. I'm just shocked that, I'm happy that it's finally coming out, but for people to not acknowledge it and to not see it is unreal. You know, and somebody said to me, I can't do it. And how can you do this without it absolutely destroying you? Well, I can't teach my kid to be aware of it, or be aware of it myself, if I'm not willing to acknowledge that it happens. And I also have something inside of me that's just like, no, how can you know that this stuff goes on and not talk? If you had a neighbor who was beating their dog in the backyard, could you just close your blinds and be like, I can't watch. It hurts my heart, I don't like it, so I'm gonna not watch. Okay, but what about the dog? You're not gonna help the dog? If these people are treating other people like dogs, imagine what they're doing to the actual fucking dogs. This is, I can't pretend it's not happening. I can't find out as much about it as I possibly can until I'm able. If I don't know what to do. myself, and perhaps if it was just myself, but I have a family. With that said, if there's a group, let's go. Like, if there's people we can talk to or places we can go to actually release some of these people, kids, adults, women, I mean, everybody, men, kids, all of them, animals, you know, I mean, but all you can do, from what I can see, of somebody who is not inside of it with any kind of ability to do anything. I mean, I got blackballed by all different places of police and levels of law enforcement just for talking out about my brother, which obviously was not what it was claimed to be. And I got intimidation factors happening at my house, and I got totally not listened to by all the media, right? I mean, I was the only family member who spoke at the Mass Casualty Commission without a lawyer on my behalf. And I walked down the aisle, and it was outside the hallway, it was all reporters. Nobody wanted to talk to me. Why? Why? Because I have questions, and I want to know what's going on. And I wanted to people not hurting, right? So anyhow, that's what they asked me was, how can I do this without destroying myself? It feels like a compulsion. I have to know. It doesn't destroy me to know the truth. It destroys me to live in a fake world where I don't know, where I'm pretending to not know the truth. That would destroy me. To just go about my life and not talk to people about the shit that's really going on. Right? They've been cloning sheep since the fucking 50s. Do you think they're not cloning people? Like, what do you think is happening? And it's not a bunch of conspiracy theorists. It's all one thing. It's all connected to that predator class who are pulling the strings at the top. Right? Because if you don't think there's like a P. Diddy in position of Hollywood or in, him and Jeffrey Epstein, they're just one of potentially a higher level of slave to the whoever's in charge. And then they control their little group of whoever wants to be in their circle, like the singers and the dancers and the girls shaking their booty on videos, like just a whole culture of debauchery and people clamoring to be a part of it. And why is it that why is it so that I have to do it? Because those people are the same people who are putting out music that my child is going to listen to. Those are the same people who are influencing our entire culture. Like, music is so influential, especially, I mean, the things that, and that's not to say that rap music is the only music that talks debauchery. It's definitely not. And if you go, like, I used to say things like our music didn't sound like that, but if you go back, it totally did. It absolutely has been propaganda pushing all the way back. And if you think that the movie industry hasn't been debauchery, just look at Shirley Temple, who was dressed the way she was dressed and doing the things she was doing and people doing to her. It wasn't her. She's fucking 3 years old. And she's called Baby Burlesque. Come on, people. It's like that thing that it's in your face irony. It's in your face. So can't see the forest for the trees, or they put a label on it and call it artistic. There's not that. So that's why I listen to this stuff and I learn about this stuff, because I want to know the truth about the world that I actually live in, not the bullshit lies that I've been told to make me, fine and okay with my situation. I had to pause you for a minute. Anyway, so there's a 10-minute video on why I speak out, and I really hope that more people will take notice of the information that is not on the news. Like, The P. Diddy stuff, go and find out. People laugh at people who find out their information on YouTube and Rumble, but that's where the information is. Yeah, there's crap, there's clickbait, there's gossip and stuff, but there's also a few channels that and it's not about the P. Diddy stuff. P. Diddy stuff is just the part that's catching headlines. The P. Diddy stuff is the thing that brings it into your own home and makes you go, fuck, I know that name. Right? The P. Diddy connects you to all your favorite movie stars. Like, I can't watch a movie. I've been able to watch TV in I don't know how many years. And kids' shows are full of it. And then for a minute I was like, there was a movie with Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg. And I was like, I like Mark Wahlberg and he's hot, so like, let's try that one. So I put the show on, and within like the first 15 minutes, there was a reference to a panda, which has to do with child stuff, as far as I understand. I know there was a Justin Bieber video with the panda. If you look into the panda symbolism, you can find that it's part of their symbolism. Oh, and it's just crazy. Like, it's crazy with all the things online that people do online. Somebody was talking to me. You know what? I can't spend the day doing this. I just wanted to get on and touch on why it is that I speak out about the things that I do. First of all, I'm compelled to, which means that I don't know how not to. I don't know how to not talk about the things that are going on in the world, and I don't know how to look somebody in the eye and have a stupid conversation about the weather or like some other thing that is so inconsequential when there are little children having things done to them that are absolutely unbelievable by the people that we let make rules for us. Right? The music industry and the movie industry controls what, like, there's no way that our little kids would be dressing like the things that they wear. They talk about feminism and equality, but that's not what they mean. They mean like you can be debauchery too. Like, oh my Lord. Anyway, that's my thoughts on that. I really am gonna shut the hell up now because I have crap I need to do. I hope you guys are all taking care of yourselves and each other, and that you all pay attention. Really pay attention. Like, when you hear some kind of thing where you're like, I wonder, just go and really look. And YouTube can be a really valuable source, but if you're not fine with that, go to Rumble. Like, I don't really know how to navigate those other sites. I go to YouTube. I have channels that I follow, and I've been learning. I mean, YouTube is usually where I find out about a topic, and then I go and buy books that are going to tell me certain things, right? Go and read books. You can find books at your local Value Village. I have so many books I got from Value Village that I'm like, holy shit, this is a lot of information. So, find things out. Pay attention. It's all symbolism. Take care of yourselves. God bless you and your families. God bless the 23. Get off grid, grow your own food, arm yourselves, and make friends with like-minded people. In my opinion, that's what I think everyone should do. But who am I? I die, it doesn't matter. What I say, it's a moot point.